Alright, so we're going to try that again. This setup is slightly different because I have my shop power to work on, which is a completely separate circuit. It has different setup so that I should be able to get more power into here. I think that was partly the problem, is that I didn't have the power. It was barely making a spark and barely lighting. So hopefully this will be different and I will get the power that I need to do it. We shall find out very shortly. Let's turn this on. Use a new stick. Then we shall try again. We are set. Everything should be ready. Well, let's find out, shall we? Right. Obviously I'm not getting the connections. Nope. So it looks like I still have to do it this way. Let's reset. I don't get it. I am not that bad a welder that this won't take. Alright. Seriously? I don't get it. There's absolutely no reason why this shouldn't be sticking. I have no idea if that's going to hold. Looks like it might, but I might have to put more in here. As I said, I am not a master welder. So, we're going to do this anyway. Alright. I think that one's in. Now we're going to do this one. That looks pretty close. Alright. See if this works. It might. Who knows? If not, I'll have to do it the other way again. Learn to weld, kids. It'll save you some hassle. And get a good welder. This one is not. It's good for what it does, but it could really stand to be better. Alright. I'll hammer that down and see what happens. You still recording? Hey, look at that. You're still recording. Are you? Hey, that's always good. By George, I think I got it. No, you can't see it. How's that? How's that? We'll do it this way. Alright. Well, the legs are on. They're pretty much flat. It looks level. I think I'm actually learning stuff here. What do you think? You guys agree? Let me put this camera back up here. Learning everything but how to pose a camera. Is that what I'm doing? There we go. Anyway, alright. Shut that off so I don't electrocute myself. I'll shut this off so I don't electrocute myself, that panel. Right, I think that is that part of the weld. Still a touch warm. Use that glove. Yeah, looks like it's in good. Not perfect, but it'll hold. So, like I said, I'm gonna leave this on here, this ring, so that if I want to use it as a foundry, I can just tip it over and it should be fine. And again, putting the burner here, even turning this over, the burner will still be here. We're looking just about, not quite, you see how it's not halfway up here, so it'll still revolve around in there. I think it'll still work as a foundry. I may have to do something to the bottom, maybe put in a, every time I use it as a foundry, put in a round piece of fire brick, but I think that'll work. What I may end up doing, depending on how it works, is actually drilling an exhaust hole out here, but I can do that with the 2-inch hole saw. The same thing I'm going to use to drill the hole for the burner. So I believe that'll work fine, and I'll probably stick it somewhere about here if I only do the one, which is looking more and more like I will. If I do the calculations here, and I will insert them afterwards because I'm not going to do them here off the top of my head. So with no wool, we are at 11 inches high and 1 foot wide. So 11 inches by 1 foot by 12 inches gives me a volume of, look down here and it'll tell you, that's without KO wool. So if I add 2 inches of KO wool on either side, because I have two 1-inch, I'm going to put two 1-inch layers. Obviously that gives me 8 inches, and if I do the same on the bottom, so take off 2 inches, that'll give me 9 inches. So it'll be 9 inches deep by 8 inches. And again, that volume is at the bottom. One burner does 350 square inches. Supposedly it can give you 350 square inches, and that's a 3/4 inch burner, I believe. I'd have to look at that one again. So I may end up, because I don't have my lid will bring this, if I keep that hole there, I think it brings it to about 4.5 inches. I believe that's where I cut to, or about 4 inches. So if I then put another 2 inches on the bottom here, that brings this part to 6 inches instead. So it will be 6 inches by 9 inches And again, the volume is here. And that will decide whether I'm going to use 1 or 2. If it's over 350, I may have to look at it. I may not use this for welding. I may end up going back to my NC Tool Forge for welding. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Alright, it is time to pause, and when I come back, we will start painting and putting in the cable. Alright, so now we're going to work on the cable, the liner. First thing I want to do is I'm going to measure this so that I have something to go by. So here at 100 centimeters, approximately 39 inches. And I can do the inside pretty well, but it's not quite as easy. So I'm just going to get a basic, and then I will cut it to approximately that, drop it in, mark my lines all the way around, and then I can get a better view. Okay, so the bottom liner is made up of half-inch cable. I only had enough 2-inch to do the actual liner, but I had a lot more half-inch. So the bottom and the lid will get half-inch. I actually think it'll work better because it conforms better. give me that layer to my shelf, I think is what I'm going to do. I did calculate the volumes. Obviously you would have seen them. So what I'm doing is overlapping right at the very bottom so that I'll have that seam covered. And then any of the have to leave my tape measure go. It walked away. It does that. All right. So it's definitely fluffy. Showing 3 inches, but of course that's just because it's so fluffy. It's going to tamp down once I start putting the kiln wash on it and any of the other stuff I do. So, that being the case, I'm looking at 7-ish inches. So that definitely reduces the volume a little bit more. We'll roll the top over here too. I will trim some of this up. I just want to make sure that it's all around. I don't want to compress it too much. But I want to make sure that at the bottom as well. I've got another small round that I'll probably jam in there just to block up the very bottom. See my spray bottle? Stay there. So I basically just put that one in the bottom, seal up all the cracks. And just because I'm going to see if this works, it may not. I'll seal the face later with some stuff. This may peel off, I don't know. It's just something I figured I'd try. And I'll bring the wash down to there. Once I figure out exactly where that is, I can cut this out anyway, so we'll see. Okay. I'm gonna let that finish curing, and then I will get back to setting up for the wash, and then we'll have to let that cure and put on the ITC 100. But that's it for now.